Good day to you, this is Vince, and welcome back to the channel. After all the Miss Universe 2025 controversy, I think I need a Hershey's chocolate bar and a handful of Hershey's Kisses just to recover. Today, we were diving into the sweet and timeless world of Hershey's, one of the most beloved chocolate brands on the planet. If you love chocolate as much as I do, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment below, and don't forget to share and subscribe for more stories like this. This channel is all about celebrating iconic brands and the memories they create. Hershey's has been part of our comfort moments, celebrations, and even stress-eating sessions. Yes, including pageant-related ones. Stick around because we've got a deliciously interesting story lined up for you today. Your support means a lot, so let's keep growing this community together. Now, let's get into it.
Ever wondered why some people say Hershey's chocolate is banned in other countries? It's a huge myth, but the real story behind it is even more fascinating. It involves lawsuits, different recipes, and a taste that divides the world. So, let's unwrap the truth about Hershey's, from its humble beginnings to its place as a global confectionery giant. The story starts with one man, Milton S. Hershey. Before he was the king of chocolate, he was a struggling candy maker with several failed businesses. But Milton was persistent. His big break came when he discovered a secret to making delicious caramels using fresh milk. This success gave him the capital to chase his real dream, making chocolate. Back then, chocolate was a luxury, mainly enjoyed by the wealthy elite in Europe. Milton Hershey wanted to change that. He traveled to Germany, learned their secrets, bought the machinery, and set out to create a milk chocolate bar that everyone in America could afford. In 1900, he launched the Hershey's milk chocolate bar, and it was a revolution. It was sweet, affordable, and had a unique taste that Americans quickly fell in love with. As demand exploded, Hershey didn't just build a factory. He built an entire town. Hershey, Pennsylvania, was a model community designed for his workers, complete with comfortable homes, schools, public transportation, and parks. It was a testament to his belief that a happy workforce was a productive one. This vision of corporate responsibility would become a core part of the Hershey identity. Soon, the product line expanded. In 1907, the iconic teardrop-shaped Hershey's Kiss was introduced, followed by other classics. The company's acquisition of the H.B. Reese Company brought us the legendary Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, a match made in candy heaven. Hershey's also began producing Kit Kat bars in the U.S. under a license, making it a staple in American candy aisles. By the mid-20th century, Hershey's was more than just candy. It was woven into the fabric of American life, from Halloween trick-or-treating to s'mores around a campfire. The company's influence grew even stronger during World War II. Hershey was tasked with creating a special chocolate bar for soldiers. The result was the Ration D bar, an emergency ration designed to be high in energy, withstand extreme temperatures, and believe it or not, taste just a little better than a boiled potato, to prevent soldiers from eating it as a casual snack. They also created the more palatable tropical bar for hot climates. These contributions cemented Hershey's reputation as a patriotic symbol of American reliability. But it hasn't always been a sweet ride. Like many global food companies, Hershey has faced serious challenges. The cocoa industry has long been plagued by issues like fluctuating prices and, most critically, unethical labor practices, including child labor in West African cocoa farms. Over the years, consumer and advocacy groups have pressured Hershey to improve its sourcing and increase transparency. The company has since made significant commitments to sustainable and ethically sourced cocoa. But it's a complex, ongoing journey that continues to be a point of scrutiny. Now, let's get back to that ban controversy. Hershey's chocolate isn't actually banned by foreign governments for being bad. The issue comes down to ingredients and legal battles. In Europe, for a product to be called milk chocolate, it must contain at least 30% cocoa solids. American standards are different, requiring only 10%. Hershey's recipe prioritizes a higher milk and sugar content, giving it a flavor profile that many Americans grew up loving. But there's a scientific reason for its distinctive taste. Hershey's uses a process called lipolysis, which breaks down fatty acids in the milk. This creates butyric acid, a compound that gives the chocolate a slightly sour, tangy flavor. Interestingly, butyric acid is also found in things like Parmesan cheese and, less appetizingly, vomit. This is why many people who didn't grow up with Hershey's find its taste off-putting, describing it as sour or even rancid. The ban story really blew up because of a lawsuit. For years, British expats and candy lovers in the US would import Cadbury chocolate made in the UK, which has a creamier, richer flavor. Hershey's has the license to make and sell Cadbury products in the US, but they use a different, Americanized recipe. To protect its market, Hershey's sued the importers, arguing that the packaging of the British Cadbury bars was similar to their American version and infringed on their trademark. Hershey's won, and the imports were stopped. So, it wasn't a foreign country banning Hershey's. It was Hershey's legally stopping a competitor's original product from being sold in its own territory. Despite the competition from global players like Mars, Nestle, and Ferrero, Hershey's continues to dominate the U.S. market. How nostalgia is a powerful tool. For millions, the taste of a Hershey's bar is the taste of childhood. The company has also been smart about diversifying. Recognizing changing consumer habits, Hershey has acquired brands like Skinny Pop, popcorn, Dots, home-style pretzels, and Icebreakers mints. Moving beyond chocolate into the broader snack market, innovation remains key. They're constantly releasing limited edition flavors, creating new spins on classics like the Reese's Big Cup with pretzels or potato chips, and dominating seasonal sales for holidays like Halloween, Christmas, and Easter. They are also investing in technology, from smart manufacturing to digital marketing, and exploring healthier options like reduced sugar and plant-based chocolates. And we can talk about Hershey's without mentioning Milton Hershey's most enduring legacy, philanthropy. Before his death, he placed the majority of his fortune and his controlling interest in the Hershey Company into a trust to fund the Milton Hershey School. Originally founded for orphan boys, it's now a multi-billion-dollar institution providing free education and a home for thousands of children from low-income families. This act of generosity is a foundational part of the company's story. So, from a failed caramel maker to a global chocolate empire, the story of Hershey's is a fascinating mix of ambition, innovation, community building, and controversy. It's a brand that has had to adapt to changing tastes, ethical demands, and fierce competition. It created a taste that divides the world, yet remains an undisputed icon of American culture. The next time you unwrap a Hershey's bar, you're not just eating a piece of chocolate. You're tasting over a century of history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories behind the brands you love. See you in the next one.
I bet you're tired too. I've got some kisses in the fridge if you want some. Go grab a few before we continue. So, to wrap it all up, Hershey's long-term success really boils down to a few key things. First, they need to keep strengthening their ethical sourcing, making sure their cocoa supply chains are totally transparent and fair. Next, they can grow by expanding into healthier and plant-based options to meet today's changing tastes. Investing in eco-friendly packaging and greener manufacturing would also be a huge win for their environmental reputation. To connect with younger crowds, they should use digital storytelling and creative campaigns to build loyalty in a super crowded market. And most importantly, it's all about balancing that classic Hershey tradition we all love with fresh innovation. That's how the brand will stay timeless while still moving forward. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more.